Oh, the boat from the wall. Yeah, the smaller rocks were those for the clouds, which were iron pivots joined together, two large stone blocks. The larger ones were those for the scaffolds, which were used for the restoration, for the building of the monument. Okay, in front of you, you see another important place, another important area of ancient Rome. This is Roman Forum, which was the main square of Rome during the Republic. It was the center of politics and economy. In front of you, you see the ruins of Venus and Rome temple. This huge temple, which was built in the 2nd century AD by Emperor Hadrian. Before the building of this temple replaced the basements of Colossus. Colossus was this huge statue representing Emperor Nero as Helios, the god of sun. Nero thought he was an incarnation of the sun. You know, he was a mad emperor in a way. And when Hadrian managed the building of this temple, he managed the moving of this huge statue too. And the statue was moved by 24 elephants and put on that square base on your right, where nowadays there's that big tree. On one of the sides of the base, there's a big inscription remembering the presence of this huge statue. Colossus was 35 meters high, was made of gold-plated bronze, was the highest statue of the world in ancient times, and it was by Xenoboros, a famous artist. Of course, the statue is dated to the 1st century AD. But unfortunately, nothing remains of it. Probably it was melted in order to get building materials for free again. It was very common during the Middle Ages or Renaissance to destroy ancient monuments, to melt ancient statues to get building materials for free. But by luck, we know that during the Middle Ages, the statue was there. And so people started calling this monument Coliseum, the place of Colossus. Over the ruins of the temple you see a belfry. This is the one of Santa Francesca Romana's convent. Many Roman monuments were converted into churches, and so they could survive by the passing of time. It was very important. And now, on the other side of the balcony, I want to show you another important monument.
Statue down
yeah.
there? A big giant, that's
yeah.
Colosso.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where they got the name Coliseum.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, just a moment, because... Okay, in front of you, you see Constantine's Arch. Constantine was the important Roman emperor reigning during the first part of 4th century AD. He was the first emperor to give freedom to Christian culture, so it was very important for Christianity. This arch celebrates the victory of Constantine over Maxentius, his biggest enemy, in the Battle of Ponte Milvio, which took place in 312 AD. The building of the arch took only 3 years. In fact, the workers used as decoration friezes and statues dated to the 2nd and 3rd century AD. And that's why the building was so fast. On the floor, you see ruins emerging from the grass. The round one was the base of Metasudans, which was a huge Roman fountain which had a conical shape, unfortunately destroyed during the first part of the 20th century AD, during the fascist period. Mussolini, the fascist leader, decided in fact to create new infrastructures in Rome during his reign, during the 20s and 30s of the 20th century AD. And the building of these important infrastructures unfortunately destroyed many parts of ancient Rome. And so we lost so many information, so many testimonies of the past of this city. The other ruins are the ruins of the entrance hall of Domus Aurea, the huge imperial palace built by Nero. Domus Aurea means the Golden Palace. In fact, it was this huge palace celebrating light. I told you that Nero thought it was the incarnation of the god of the sun, so light is a celebration of the sun. But after Nero's death, the palace was abandoned, became building materials again, also to even to cancel Nero's memory. You know that Nero was considered a sort of mad emperor. And from this part you have also an overview of Palatine Hill in front of you. Palatine Hill was another important area for ancient Rome. It was the place of the first Roman settlement. A small village created during the 8th century BC, so about 3,000 years ago, which grew and became the so-called Caput Mundi, the capital of the world. During the Empire, Palatine Hill was the place of the imperial palace, and that's why the palace and the word palace comes from Palatine. This is the origin. And before ending this tour, I want to tell you an ancient prophecy about Coliseum. Maybe it's a scary one, but I think it's quite interesting. According to Venerable Bede, who was an Irish monk living between the 6th and 7th century AD, if Colosseum collapses, Rome will collapse. And if Rome collapses, the entire world will collapse. But we hope it never happens, of course. But this is, again, this prophecy showing us how the symbols of pagan Rome became the symbol of Christian Rome for all eternity. Okay, we are now at the end of this tour. I hope you had a good time. Remember that your ticket is a cumulative one, is valid for 2 consecutive days, and is also valid for Palatine Hill, or Masholdar, and for Roman Forum. So, it's up to you.